Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Alright, we'll be right back, guys. What's up, everybody? This is the Resident Chicken Podcast. I'm your Resident Chicken, Andrew Gill, and my co-host Charles is here. Say hi, Chunky Joe. Can I turn this down? Is it talking Tom? Yeah. So tight, dude. There you go. Thank you, babe. It's been a couple weeks. Sorry, guys. I've been busy living life, doing shaking babies, kissing hands. I wanted to do this last week. I just didn't get the opportunity. Shit's crazy. Um, I have such a large audience of people watching these. All 4 or 5 of you. I gotta. Can't let y'all down. Can't let the 5 of you down. That sounds like I'm griping. I'm not really. I don't give a shit. This is a podcast. I'm not calling it a game stream because I talk about things other than the game I'm playing. You can appreciate what I'm doing if you like Resident Evil, but you can also appreciate this stream even if you don't give a shit about Resident Evil. And you like movies. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be talking about movies tonight. I've been wanting to do this all week. I've watched a ton of shit that I want to get to. Right, Charlie? Yeah. We just finished Detective Pikachu. Great movie. I love Detective Pikachu very much. It's a fun movie. But I don't know if you guys want to talk about Detective Pikachu exactly, so... Now, am I ready to go down into the basement? I don't know. No, we go down in the basement at the very end. Got it. We are heading into the caves. Get my wolf medallion out. Grab our battery, and we are on our way. I think we're going to hold on to the shotgun a bit longer as well. I did a couple... So, I did like 5 episodes in 1 week. And I was like, whoa, easy there, killer. I don't know if I need the crank anymore. I guess we can run back if we need to. Let's try it. I think I did. I think I cranked the water away like a dummy, and I don't think I was supposed to yet. If I remember correctly. Alright. So the first week after I did my run of streams, I got preoccupied with school. I don't know if I've gone... Oh, no, we're good. With school, as well as when I did have a free moment, I was really into Super Mario Maker 2. Oh man, I was so into Mario Maker there for a couple weeks. I made like 40 levels. So much fun. It reminded me of... Because I have zero interest in programming games, but it's like a very simple like game maker. And it reminded me of when my dad was a game tester and a producer at EA Sports when I was a kid. And they made a game called Michael Jordan in the Windy City, which was... I mean, EA Sports makes sports games, and I'm not a big sports guy. I like baseball and stuff, but I'm not into sports as much as, somebody who plays Madden every year or whatever. So that was like the only like 2D game I recall him really working on, like 2D side scrolling. Like you had Michael Jordan throwing special basketballs for his ammo. I'm not going the right way. It was such a fun game though. It was cool, and I remember there was one day he took us into the office, and he took us into where they were designing the levels, and it was just, you had the artists already render your platforms and everything, and then you put them down. And I think I remember I got to make like a level. It didn't go in the final game or anything, but it was fun. It was cool, and that's what this reminded me of, was when my dad used to work on video games. It was really cool. Is there a dog over here? It's not. So I gotta go back down first. So it's a good thing I brought the crank, I think. Yeah, it's a good memory. So I was enjoying that for a bit. I did a couple videos. My favorite's probably the Yoshi Factory. Very tragic ending to that level. Alright. Is this not the right crank? I'm pretty sure it's the right crank. There we go. But then last week I just got held up by school and other, you know, things I'm doing. I'm very busy. Very, very, very busy. Something I'm excited about is I am almost done with a very serious project. Probably my first like serious creative endeavor that I've done in a long time. I've you know, Charlie's 3 now, and I'm in a serious relationship, and I'm working full time and going to school full time, and blah blah blah. So you know, filmmaking and all that has kind of taken a back seat. You know, it's a hobby now. It's not gonna be how I make a living. That's for damn sure. Fuck you, snake. Oh God, what are these snakes doing to me? Am I poisoned? I'm poisoned, probably. So yeah, this is probably my first like. I mean, I do YouTube videos as my outlet right now, but this is like I didn't even get poisoned. This is gonna be like my first serious thing I've released. I don't know if it's gonna be done anytime soon. Exactly, I might be getting ahead of myself. Anyone else? Anyone else? That's what I thought. Not yet. We'll grab that on our way in. But while I've been working on this is not a movie, by the way. While I've been working on this, I've been really getting. I want to make another movie. I'm ready. You know, it's been a while since I made a serious like horror movie, and I think it'd be a lot of fun. It's gonna have to wait a bit longer, but preferably after I'm done with school. I got a couple semesters left, and then I'll have a lot more time where I'm not, you know, spending, you know, an extra 6 to 7 hours after working 8 hours on homework. But hopefully it'll all be worth it. I'm pursuing another dream that I have that has nothing to do with filmmaking. Yeah, man. Things are good, though. Yeah, and something that helped that inspiration, like, yo, you might be able to make a movie in, like, a couple years again. Like, something that was really getting me excited about that was I've been going through Frank Castle movies, and I watched a documentary on, not Frank Castle, Bill Castle, William Castle. I watched a documentary called The Tingler, or whatever. There was a really good documentary that came out in like 2007 about William Castle, and I mean, my first Castle movie was House on Haunted Hill, which I think is pretty common, and then I think I saw The Tingler at a younger age, but I just watched through the original 13 Ghosts and Homicidal, which both were great. I really liked Homicidal. I was surprised how much I liked Homicidal. I'd always been told that's a Psycho ripoff, and it's like, well, so I didn't need those yet, did I? Damn. The thing the documentary points out is, you know, Alfred Hitchcock was looking at all these, like, indie directors making this shit that they were making, and he was like, oh, wow, I can make money making horror movies, you know? So, you know, who inspired who? I think it was a homage. Is it better than Psycho? I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. I think it depends on your taste. I'm not a big Alfred Hitchcock fan. As a person, I don't care for Hitchcock. I like his movies. He's an amazing director. But I would say if I could sit in a room and talk to somebody for a couple hours, I'd much rather talk to somebody like William Castle. So those movies were like, man, this is the kind of shit I want to make. I want to make gimmicky, like, bad monster movies for people to have fun with. I like that. I like that idea. Anybody who's worked on anything with me in the past knows I like the showmanship behind presenting a movie along with after the movie being done, like post production. I like the that stuff is fun too, and I do have ideas. So then that made me put in the Blu-ray of Ed Wood, which is, if you've never seen Ed Wood, it's a Tim Burton movie that came out in 1994. Johnny Depp plays a film director named Ed Wood. If you don't know who that is, he directed his biggest movie was Plan 9 from Outer Space, which is great. Old shitty. I don't. People like William Castle and Ed Wood allowed for lower budget horror movies to come out. There was like a strong influx of these like crazy movies that came out in the 60s, and they were fun, along with the Hammer movies. But like you had like The Brain That Wouldn't Die, The Last Man on Earth, all this crazy shit, came out. There's like kind of like a horror renaissance, I feel like, in the 50s. Because you had all the great stuff in the 30s. 40s was okay for horror. But, that was still part of, like, that golden era of horror, when Universal was doing Dracula and, the old monsters. So in the 50s, it was all giant monsters. It was, giant praying mantises and giant scorpions and all this, alien shit and all Godzilla and all that. So the 60s kind of went into the B realm, 70s became brutal, and then the 80s like perfected those B movies to me. They had like better effects and they're more gory, and I just like that. I love that low budget feel to a movie. You can make a really good movie for very little money nowadays. So that inspired me because I have made movies before, and I realized if I could just get to a point in life where I made one movie a year or whatever for a couple $1,000s, I don't give a fuck about making money from it. It would just be fun. It'd be fun to play it at the theater. I'm so distracted right now. I'm sorry, guys. It'd be fun to play here at the... Did I already save? I don't know if I saved. I'm gonna save again. It'd be fun to play at the theater, and... No, I didn't save. And, I don't know, man. I definitely want to make more movies. When I was younger, that was like, I wanted to be a film director, and I was going to die if I didn't become a film director. And initially, when I went into the military, I wanted to go to film school. And then when I started actually talking to filmmakers and people who were making it, they were like, you don't want to go to film school. You don't want to go anywhere in LA. Because, I tell them what I wanted to do. I want to make shitty monster movies. And they're like, you literally have to go nowhere near Hollywood. You just need to get a camera and your friends and fucking make shitty movies, I need the hexagonal. I think I'm gonna fight a giant spider, aren't I? And so then I was like, okay, well, I probably still need a job if I'm gonna pursue, my filmmaking. And yeah. Anyways, I feel inspired. This is gonna try and run me over, isn't it? So that was fun to go through those old 50s and 60s horror movies. Homicidal was so fun. That was a great movie. And then Dark Castle, which came out in the early 2000s. That company, doesn't Robert Zemeckis have something to do with that? I don't know. The company Dark Castle's it's Dark Castle based off William Castle stuff, and they did the awful remake of House on Haunted Hill, but then they did the wonderful remake of 13 Ghosts. And I had never seen 13 Ghosts, and I remember I've always been like, every time I watch it, I'm like, this is a remake, isn't it? And everybody's like, no, it's not a remake. And it was. And I watched the original this last week, and I really enjoyed it. It's a very fun movie. So yeah, it's always good to get inspired by the stuff you're watching. a couple days ago, somebody brought up Ricky Shore Sings the Blues on Facebook, and so then I went to say hi to them because I was pretty friendly with the people behind Ricky Shore Sings the Blues over the years. We were friends for about 12 years, I guess. And I guess I was blocked because I made a comment about there was a picture of a baby with a pacifier. I was like, who the fuck puts a pacifier in a baby's mouth? It's a horrible idea.
Enrico!
Oh no, Enrico!
Come any closer, Chris.
Oh no.
What happened?
Double crosser.
Enrico, wait. Enrico!
Umbrella.
Enrico! Double crosser.
There's not a double crosser amongst us. It was probably Enrico. He's shady as fuck. He had his mustache. What? Yeah, buddy. So they blocked me because I made fun of a picture of a kid with a pacifier, and I told them I was joking, but pretty funny. So then that reminded me of an instance. I filmed a couple scenes, like very short. I had a cameo in the movie Pain Check, which was really fun and cool. The whole story behind that movie is very wacky, and it's weird what Alex based that movie on. It's very I don't want to say petty, but like, yeah. Anyways, so Paycheck's a great movie. It's fun. I feel like Blowing Raspberries, his second feature that he did, was a lot better and less hate-filled. Mean. Paycheck's a very mean movie if you know the story behind it. Whatever. And I remember after that movie came out, we were talking. I was just talking about, earning funding for my own movies, and he like went into this long tirade about how I would be a lot more successful if I had helped him, promote his movie better. And if I was talking, and he started like he was name dropping all these motherfuckers, and it really rubbed me the wrong way. I was just like, dude, I shared your trailer to your movie. I talk to people all the time about movies, and I've definitely repped Ricky Shore Sings the Blues over the years. It really rubbed me the wrong way. We made up after that, and I bought the movies and everything, and he sent me a bunch of cool movies along with them. But whatever, I guess Pacifier was the final straw. So that was fun to reminisce. What am I supposed to do with this boulder here? Isn't it supposed to roll through this? Back. Oh yeah, I needed that. Okay. We might beat this tonight, guys. I don't know. We'll see. So basically he gave me shit because I didn't promote his movie enough, whatever that means. And, the message behind it was I need to network better, basically. Well, that was what he was trying to put across, but the actual, if you read between the lines, it was, you didn't fucking help me promote my movie at all. And I was like, well, it wasn't my movie. And he was basically saying I could earn funding if I took the time to join Facebook groups and talk to people. But what he failed to listen to while I was talking to him was, I want to earn funding for my own movies. I'm not trying to film like anything that costs anything. I don't want to owe people money. The only people I want to pay money to are the people that help me make the movie. I don't want to ask somebody for money. I don't need to. It's these guys out here and they're making shit like Johnny Gruesome. They're expecting hundreds of thousands of dollars to make something that they don't have to. I don't know where the money's going, It's just a waste of money. And there'd be a lot of people that would jump my ass for saying that. And it's because, well, yeah, you're asking for money that you don't need to accomplish something that doesn't require as much money as you're asking for. So of course you're gonna get mad at me when I say, yeah, I could make a movie for probably $10,000, a really good movie for like $10,000 is so much money to me. I could make a fucking amazing movie for that much money, or I could make enough money. I could make a movie with the resources at hand, with the people around me, and if they're willing to work for free and give me, invest some time, and we could just make a fun movie that doesn't cost anything, You have a computer. I have a computer already. nice camera, maybe like $600, $700 camera, it's gonna do the trick. You can get camera for even cheaper than that. So who the fuck are you kidding? You know, with your bullshit. I need a red camera to film my movie. These motherfuckers aren't paying their actors anything. You know, they're not paying them shit. They're paying them like $1,000 for all these months of work, and it's just like, man, I really disagree with what he was trying to tell me. You know. Oh god, I gotta be quick. Oh! Yeah, boy! I think that happens again in a little bit. We gonna fight the spider right now? Let's go save it. So, I guess that's the long story short. We were still friends after that. I was just like, whatever, bro. You know, like, you know, he's sometimes... And I mean, he's like... I don't think he's made a movie since that lecture, really. He made Paint Shack and Blowing Raspberries and just kind of fell off. You know, he had kids like I did, and he, I think he films bar mitzvahs or something now, and whatever. But yeah, the name drops on that fucking thing were crazy. And it was funny because, like, a good portion of the people he was name dropping were people I already, like, interact with online and enjoy their stuff. I'm not asking these motherfuckers for money, though. Like, what are you saying? I'd feel uncomfortable if somebody's like, let me give you some money for your movie. Like, nah. Even, like, Kickstarter makes me uncomfortable. I got fired from a movie this last year, guys. And it did finally come out. They did a good job. They did an okay job. I got fired from a local horror movie for being a bad actor. I'm too cheesy, I guess. I don't know. I'm not an actor, so I didn't take offense. And the guy they replaced me with wasn't a professional actor either. In fact, I'm gonna go on a limb and say nobody in that movie was a professional actor of any kind. So I don't know. But whatever. That guy's an idiot. So I got fired from a movie, and I remember the thing at the beginning about the movie. I was trying to throw advice at him. I was like, listen, I have no interest. Like, if I wanted to be a rich filmmaker, I would have gone down to LA when I got out of the military. I would have sucked dick or whatever, gone to the bathhouse with old men and kissed some ass and you know, gotten onto a film set. Like, I understand how to write a story. I understand how to write, and I would be, you know, working for some rich old guy and making shit, you know? Like, whatever. I'd be making that guy's shit instead of my own shit. That's why I didn't do that. But I have done a lot of research. I've read a lot of stuff on the topic. I know a little bit. I'm not successful, so you know, you want to take everything I say with a huge grain of salt. But the first thing on this movie was, we're going to do a Kickstarter. We're asking for $12,000. And I was just sitting there thinking, like, what do you need $12,000 for? Well, we got to feed you. Yeah, well, you got 10 people willing to work for you for free. I'm pretty sure we can handle feeding everyone. I was like, I'll help feed you. Like, what do you, $12,000? I think it might have been more. I don't even remember. It was a large chunk of money. And they earned about $1,000. And the reason they earned $1,000 is nobody knows who this guy is. You know, he's a nobody. And it's like, aim a little lower, bro. Like, you don't need to ask people for money. I have camera. I had a camera that would have worked just fine for that movie. I could have lent him a camera. So he ended up coming up with the funds for his own movie, which is what he should have done. He spent $3,000 on a camera, and the movie looks really nice. So that's cool. You know, if that's what you want to do, fine. Nice camera. You know, you gotta look professional or whatever. They got really professional lighting. All the sets were provided to us from a very cool chick and her boyfriend, and we were capable of feeding ourselves. And it was just, I was just thinking, like, dude, ease off a little bit. You're playing director right now, and I know everybody has their vision and stuff. I really wish he had listened to me a little bit more. And then we did like 12 table reads, and it was like, these aren't actors. You're not preparing. You literally need to feed them their lines, throw them in front of the camera. These 12 table reads could have been 12 shoots, and your movie could have been done way faster. And then, you know, I shot a couple days. Once we actually got to shooting, I was almost done by that point. I'd already gotten to a couple fights with the director because he was so like, "You're not serious. You didn't take this table read serious enough. I'm filming this movie for my dad who just passed away." All these guilt trips and all this bullshit that pissed me off. I went in there one day and he wanted the killer, who was half my size, to pick me up over his head, hit me into the ceiling, and then drop me. And then his little fucking Weasley crackhead sidekick guy, this fucking weirdo who lived with him at the age of 40 and his wife and kids, this little fucking creepy like Igor guy, is like, "Oh, I forgot to bring the pads." So like they wanted me to just jump into the ceiling and fall on the floor. Wasn't gonna fucking happen, you know. And so I ended up having to like slam my head into a table like 8 times because they wanted me to practice it. I was like, "You're filming digitally. Fucking film me doing this so you can get your footage and you can pick the best cut." "Oh no, practice it. Think professional wrestler." Well, I'm not. I'm a 33-year-old war veteran who works at a gas station and is on his feet all day. Like, I have bad knees, dude. All right, let's try it. Fucking ended up blowing out my knee. And they were acting like I was a pussy and all that shit. And it's just like, you know what? You guys are fucking assholes. After I blew out my knee, I was like, "Well, I can't do this anymore. Like, fuck you. I'm done." Walked away like I was about to fucking start throwing punches at these fucking assholes. And I was so pissed because it was just like, rule number 1 when you're filming a movie, fucking don't hurt your people that are helping you, especially if they're working for you for free. It's a lawsuit. I didn't expect him to make any money, but if he had made any money, dude, you fucking just made me hurt myself with your stupidity. Dude, there's so many. The killer threw me into a sharp ass metal door right after the director told him, "Hey, you're not actually running into him this time." Picked me up and threw me into this fucking door, like without me being ready for it to brace. So, dude. Anyways, all that shitty night happened, and I was just like, and then his little fucking shithead sidekick guy was messaging me bullshit, and I was like, "Listen, dude, I don't need this fucking movie. I'm gonna go on to do whatever I want. I don't need you guys. I'm cool with having a bunch of shitty, low, budget movies on my resume because that's what I want to do. I want to make bad movies. So me being here is not good if you think you're gonna make a good movie. I'm not gonna make this movie better. I can help you get this piece of shit out there, and then you need to move on to the next piece of shit. If you're gonna work with me, that's all I care about. If I'm in a good movie, it's by accident, Like, thank you, cool. But you're trying to make Friday the 13th on, $12,000 that you never even got. Like, what are we doing, And so he called me. He's like, I have a proposition for you. I was like, "Oh, are you guys firing me?" He's like, "Again?" Because he had already fired me a couple times for my mouth, my attitude. And so he was like, "No, you're right. You told me this when I hired you. You're not an actor, and you said you'll do your best. You're not cutting it, And it was like, no, you're just fucking mad because I'm pointing out to you how stupid your production is, and I told you I have better things to do. So you're fucking saving face, and you're gonna go get the next best thing, and you're good, like." So he wanted me to come back and move lights, and I was like, "All right, yeah, whatever." I was cool with that. I was gonna help finish this movie. But this motherfucker on the phone, this director, piece of shit, included, I was going over the footage, and you weren't sitting still enough when I was setting up the lights, and just the whole shoot where you're in it was just ruined. And I was just thinking to myself, like, no, I remember you setting up the lights. You fucked up filming me, and you're saying I'm a bad actor because you can't fucking properly film your movie with your fucking $3,000 cam. Like, it was too dark, so you didn't set your lights up properly, dumbass. You have a monitor. You're not paying attention to what you're fucking doing. Like, that's my fault. So he included that last bit, and I talked to some of the, I'm not gonna say who, but I was talking to some of the other people on the movie. I was like, "Yeah, dude, I've made movies before. I've worked on other movies, and I didn't have any of these problems. Nobody got hurt. You get into little arguments on film sets, and I have a mouth on me. I piss people off sometimes when I talk, but like, I've never fired. You don't fire people from these no-budget movies. Like, I'm gonna talk to Sonny Fernandez, who's like my all-time hero. If you don't know who Sonny Fernandez is, go look up Down Twisted Films. one of the best directors ever. I would love to work on a live action movie with Sonny. I guarantee nobody really got hurt on any of his movies, at least not due to his neglect. And I don't think I don't think he ever had to fire people. Like, what do you fucking? The only way, I think Sonny told me, the only way he's ever had to get rid of a person on movies because they didn't show up. So like, what are you doing, man? So I guess those are the only really bad interactions I've had with movie making. I've had like some weird guys offer for me to come be in there. Like the dude who did Shadows of the Dead or something wanted me to come be in a S&M horror movie that never got finished, and he wanted to get me a train ticket and all that shit. And I was like, nah, man, I'm not doing that. It was creepy. It was weird. Yeah, I don't know. Other than that, like, that was the worst, man. That fucking movie. But so I'm hoping he'll make more movies. I don't know if he will. I don't know what that guy's doing. After I got fired from the movie, I was telling my friend Brian, and he was like, dude, because this guy used to be like lead guitarist in a metal band. My friend Brian was like, yeah, I tried out for that band. That guy was such a prick. I was like, yeah, he's a little fucking full of himself for like, you know, a middle-aged fat guy who's made like one other movie when he was too drunk to even appreciate it. I showed everyone on that was working on this movie, my movie, and they just whatever, you know, this movie's gonna be way better, you know, and it's like, it's got the same amount of views on YouTube as mine, so I don't know what we're doing here. But I wanted to see his first movie, and he was too embarrassed to even show me, so it's just like, what are we doing, man? Ugh. Sorry, that was a tirade, guys. I'm so sorry. But so I'm inspired to make another movie, and then I was reflecting some positive experiences. Pain Shack, that was fun. I filmed all my own stuff for that, and it was a couple nights. Nothing is strenuous, nothing that cost me money. Did I save? I saved because I had 29. Okay. I taped a bag to my throat, put some skin-colored makeup over it, and then I cut my own throat with a knife and killed myself, and that was really cool. And then a bunch of voice acting. One of my favorite things I ever got. Oh my god! One of my favorite things I gotta work on was an M. Strange movie. M. Strange is another one of those dudes that always been cool to me, man. He even had my phone number for a little bit, and he'd even call and check on me and stuff. Like, that dude has always been solid, and I used to call into his podcast all the time, and he's my friend. Like, I don't bother him all the time, and I would never ask him, you know, for anything, but Giant Spider time. Positive interaction. Gotta go to the theaters in San Jose and watch that movie play on the big screen. So much fun, man. Great memories. Yeah, fuck you, spiders. And my buddy Dak went with me, and I got to meet M. Strange and check out like all of these stories he told us on the old podcast when we were kids. That was such a positive situation for me, and it was a good time, man. And I gotta watch something I was in like on a big screen, and like the dude from Eric the Red from Army of Darkness was in this movie. So, like, I have a connection to Army of Darkness now. Like, what's up? Rick Grove, right? Richard Grove? He played Lord War. And then my friend Trivia and M. ended up getting married. She was another person that called in to the podcast a lot. She's a musician from Iceland. They got married, so I got to, like, go out and have a drink with them. And then Sean was a fan of M. and does music, and it was so cool, man. It felt good, and M. did all the music for our movie, The Dead Baby. So it was really cool, man. It was a very probably the most up there. And then another person I really enjoy working for is I do voices for Sonny Fernandez on a lot of his animations. He got married and had kids, and it's not realistic for him to go out filming these backyard movies any longer. And he found that, you know, doing these animated movies was far more lucrative for him. So, yeah, I think he does very well for himself with these animated movies. Very cool, fun to work with him. Always positive interactions. I make jokes to him all the time. I probably made a joke about Pacifier Sonny Fernandez. He doesn't act like a little bitch about it. Doesn't fucking fire me. Oh man, I have to backtrack. Damn it. Yeah. I can be difficult. I know I'm difficult sometimes, but if you give me a chance, I know how to, you know, do stuff. So, do I got anything else? Do I got any other cool stories? While we're name dropping like assholes? Those are my main guys. I've shown up in a couple other things. Oh, fucking Zach Moulton, right? Z Moulton. Is it Zach? Zeke. No, it's just Zeke Moulton. Dude from Australia is the fucking coolest. He made a documentary called YouTubers, the documentary. And he's pissed because it got fucking overshadowed by Shay Carl's YouTube documentary. Because, you know, Americans, they gotta... He made a great documentary. I was in that. That was cool. That made me happy. He actually put me at the very end after the credits. I was like, thank you, Z. I met him through Tom Green. Tom Green used to host Tom Green Tonight from his house. So fucking cool, man. I met him through that. So I've known him since like MySpace time. So yeah, the older I get, the more I want this resume of just like, who the fuck is that? Oh yeah, I saw that guy. I saw him in that movie. Who is this fucking guy? He's been in a lot of weird stuff. Yeah, I'm in a movie that Eighth the Chosen One helped produce. He helped with Paint Shack. Fucking love that guy. I met him. I started watching his stuff because I was a fan of Jason OD, or OD666666 on YouTube. I was a fan of his, and now I'm friends with both those guys. I talk to them all the time, especially I call him Jason. I don't know if he's cool with that, but nicest guy in the world, man. He sent me movies out of the kindness of his heart for no reason. He said, "Hey, what's your address?" and sent me 2 of my favorite movies in my collection. And he even had a little note in one of them with a penis dribbling pee out of it. And I was just like, this guy is fucking cool, man. Oh yeah, I need the crankshaft. So yeah, I don't know. Long story short, funding. I don't need to network, and I don't need anybody to pay for my movies. The only reason I talk to people online about movies is because I genuinely like movies. I think the advice of you need an ulterior motive as to why you're talking to people is bullshit. I don't have an ulterior motive or require one. I don't need anybody to fund my movies. I will never probably do a Kickstarter. The only thing I would even remotely consider doing would be if I did a Patreon. Oh man, I just met this guy within like the last couple of years, Henrik. Oh god, I fuck his name up all the time. Kowtow. Henrik makes wonderful movies. I want to say his name right. My favorite show that he does is Popcorn Fodder. Let me grab his stuff over here. I'm sorry, Henrik. I'm really tired. Kowtow. Henrik. Couto. I call him Henrik. He even signed my fucking popcorn fodder, which is so fucking cool. I'm friends with him. I became friends with Henrik through our buddy Seb Godin, who's a filmmaker. And Henrik and I got into an argument, and I thought he was mad at me at first, and then he sent me a message and a friend request, because I think, hold on guys. Because I think he felt bad about our interaction, and he's such a fucking sweetheart. He's like one of the sweetest people ever, and he's always giving me like good advice and positive advice. And yeah, dude, you want to make movies? Just fucking do it, you know? Just do it. Just make your movies. Love that guy. I forgot what the fuck I was saying because I'm tired. He has a Patreon, that's right. And I remember asking him, I was like, are you cool with like a Patreon? He's like, well, the way you supplement something like a Patreon, he's like, instead of doing Kickstarters and all that stuff, the reason you do a Patreon is because you're providing a service to the people who are paying you whatever, you know, amount, and you reward them for it. You're not just promising them stuff that you don't have to necessarily deliver on. You have to deliver on what you promise them on Patreon, and you need a reason. Like, he does podcasts and he did popcorn fodder and stuff, and so people on his Patreon get to watch extra episodes and more content from him. And I think the guys from Mega 64, they have a Patreon, and yeah, I don't see them like doing Kickstarters and shit. They fund their own stuff, you know. They make it happen, and you start small and you work your way up. And if you can't, then you can't. But like the days of having to go to dentists and having funding parties are over. We're not filming on film anymore. We don't have to, you know, kiss somebody's ass to get a movie made anymore. So yeah, dude, no, I don't have to do that, and I can make jokes about your friend's baby. Their friend's baby. I wasn't even making fun of their baby having a fucking pacifier in their mouth because it's a stupid reason to get mad. Yeah, fuck you guys. Whatever. Fuck the director of that movie who wanted me to fucking jump into the ceiling like I'm fucking Michael Jordan in the Windy City. Call back, babies. Call back. That rock's coming right for me. Oh, I fucked up. Oh, okay, I made it. Woo. I think I'm good on rocks now. I think we survived the rock. Whew. Yeah. I was talking about being inspired, and I talked about all my bad experiences with filmmaking. Can I see the phone for a second, Charlie? Nah? Let me see the phone, please. Hey, come lay on your pillow. There you go, baby. I don't think we want to use this just yet. Okay. Anyways, so I've been watching some William Castle movie. I wasn't expecting to talk about. I never really even expressed like what happened with that situation. I did notice that, speaking of Henrik and Jason OD, they both did donate some money to that movie, and I didn't even follow through with it. And so the only people I really let down in that situation was those two, and I at least owe them an explanation as to why I didn't. Oh no, wait, what am I doing? Yes, this is right. Oops. I at least owe them an explanation as to why I didn't fucking finish that project, and it was because the director ended up being a huge ass. I would like him, I think I mentioned this already, but I don't know if I followed through with it. I would like him to make more movies, because I'm going to fucking compete with that guy from this point on. You know, I'm making movies where I live, and he's going to have to kiss my ass. Or we'll work together in the future. I watched the movie that I got fired from, and I did like it. I thought it came out good, and I feel like the people that worked on it worked really hard. I don't feel bad for walking out. I'm not going to be treated like that, you know. that's it. Yeah, I don't feel bad at all. Stop. Jeez Louise. But yeah, I met a lot of cool people when we were working on that movie. The guy who replaced me is actually my landlord. He's a very nice guy. I like him. I don't think he likes me very much, but the guy who replaced me, he's like 20 feet away from me right now. At his house, they live like right next to me. And he likes movies too. He's a movie buff. I guess before I move on, one final positive interaction I've had with filmmaking was mine and Dak and Jesse and Kira's movie, The Dead Baby, came out wonderful. I have no regrets with that movie. I had so much fun working on it. It was what I wanted it to be, and hey, guess what? Other than the computer and the camera, which I had already purchased years before, I think it cost maybe $100 to complete and make. And I'm sure there's some people that are like, that movie sucks. But anybody I know who's watched it and talked to me about it, I've never had anybody come up to me like, your movie is garbage. It's like, oh, you guys made this like for nothing? This is cool. This is fun. And I made it short on purpose because I knew the quality wasn't that great. We had an interesting idea, and M-Dot did the music for it, and it was a very positive thing. And I can say, oh, I made a movie now, you know, finally. Later on, I realized, like, I was like, is this it? And I was like, well, no, I've made hundreds of fucking movies. If you go to my YouTube, we've made a ton of short movies that we, you know, wrote stories for, and I've made a shitload of movies. I have hours and hours of content. Not even like these stupid game streams. Like, I have a vlog that I did. Yeah, I've been making fucking content my whole life, but I've seriously been making content since I was, you know, 17 years old, so it's a long time. So I no longer refer to myself as a failed filmmaker, but I'm not gonna do the fake it till you make it bullshit either. I'm fully aware that I am a nobody. I kind of want to keep it that way. I want to make movies and remain a nobody if I can. I think that'd be cool. Or like if people do recognize, like if I make a movie and people do recognize me, they're like, "Hey, what's up, Andrew?" You know, I don't know. I think we want to save it because we're gonna get attacked by that freak. And we have a million of these things. Man, I went on a tirade tonight. I wanted to talk about movies. Let's see if I can bring it back. Jeez Louise. Charlie and we watched Ed Wood. Ed Wood, I didn't get to kind of go into Ed Wood necessarily. He did Plan 9 from Outer Space, and he did Glenn or Glenda and Bride of the Monster, I think is what it ended up being called. The only one I've ever seen of his movies, I wouldn't mind seeing Bride of the Monster, but I might have seen it. I don't know, man. Plan 9 from Outer Space, and my favorite way to watch Plan 9 from Outer Space is the riff tracks of Plan 9 from Outer Space. I'm a big fan of Ed Wood, but I like Ed Wood for Ed Wood. I don't necessarily, his movies aren't great, you know. They're very bad movies. But man, that fucking Ed Wood movie, it's Ed Wood struggling to become a director. His wife is like, you're a weirdo, or his girlfriend or whatever is like, you're a weirdo, and he ends up making friends with, am I supposed to go down here? Yes. He ends up making friends with Bela Lugosi in his old age when he's getting high on morphine and methadone. He's fucking shooting up, and he makes friends with this creepy old man, and it's like very charming. It's literally the movie. Tim Burton wanted to make a movie about a guy who becomes friends with Dracula. That's it. It wants to make movies. It is so cool, man. Like, I think Ed Wood might be my favorite Tim Burton movie. Like, I love the typical, like, I like Nightmare Before Christmas and Beetlejuice and all that shit. I grew up with that stuff, but Ed Wood, man, that's such a good movie. It makes me so happy. A lot of people are turned off that movie because of the cross-dressing. Okay, I need to read this, right? Yeah, Bill Murray in that movie's something else too. Alright, let's see if I can read this correctly. So it's gonna be 4, 2, 3, 1. 4, 2, 3, 1. 4, 2, 3, 1. I'm excited to be done with this because I've really been wanting to play Resident Evil 0. I was going to do these in chronological order. I should have finished Claire's campaign in Resident Evil 2, played Nemesis, and then done Code Veronica before I did these, but I've just been wanting to play Resident Evil 0, if I'm being honest with y'all. And it's my show, and I'll do whatever the fuck I want. So I can't kill this chick yet, right? Let's grab our mixed herbs. Okay, I gotta get that box down here. The girlfriend and I watched last night. We watched the New York Times documentary Free Britney on Hulu. Wow, man, that is one of those shows where I was just like, it just keeps getting worse and worse. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. I'm not a Britney Spears fan, you know. I might have got a little chubby from her when I was like, you know, 11 or 12 when, you know, Hit Me Baby came out, but it's so gross. Jeez, I don't remember how to do this. I hate this part. Is she up here? You know, yeah, that wasn't the kind of music I cared about when I was a little boy. I've always kind of just been a metal guy, I guess. But like, her story's fucked, man. I remember, like, I was over in the Middle East when the picture of her freaking out with the umbrella came out, and she's bald, and it was just like, what's wrong with this chick? You know, I didn't know what's going on. But when you watch this documentary and they explain what the hell's going on, it's like, yeah, I would, as somebody who's had custody issues in the past with my kid's mom, like, yeah, that time is very serious, you know? Like, don't mess with somebody when they're having problems, like seeing their children. I think any normal human would fucking be like, yo, get the fuck away from me. Like, what are you, why do you have a camera in my face? This prick on this documentary was like, you know, oh, she was friendly before. And it's like, yeah, well, she obviously wasn't friendly there. You probably should have left her alone. Oh, man, that documentary, check it out. I won't say anymore. It stressed me the fuck out, though. Stressed me out bad. Like, I can't believe that you could just... Ah, shit! You're gross. What do I need to put? Oh, I have to go back and get the thing and do the thing. And then get the thing. Okay, I think I remember how to do this. Yeah, that Chris Crocker video, Leave Britney Alone. Maybe that guy knew what the hell was going on? I don't know, man. Yeah, dude, leave that chick alone. Like, what are you doing? The best was Mike. There's an interview on the documentary, and Michael Moore. They interrupt the interview to be like, they're like interviewing Michael Moore. I think, and they interrupt the interview with like a immediate update on Britney Spears' mental state. And Michael Moore's like, I don't know, maybe you guys should just leave her alone. It's just like, yeah, fuck yeah. You tell him, Michael Moore. It's the funniest, most realistic response to that whole situation in the whole documentary. Like, some just middle-aged guy is just like, why are you... Yeah, maybe you guys should just fucking leave her alone. Yeah, that was amazing. That stressed me the fuck out. I'm now a fan of Britney Spears after watching that. At least I respect her. I didn't disrespect her before. I don't get into the tabloid stuff or anything like that, but I just didn't take note or care. I am on the last episode of The Stand. I believe I talked about The Stand briefly. Can I? Oh, I left it there. I don't think I can take it with me past a certain point. No. Okay, okay. Let me get a green herb here. I've also... So I played a lot of Mario Maker. I also was getting back into, Like a Dragon. Yakuza Like a Dragon is so good. It's... If you know anything about Yakuza, there's 7 games in the series now. There's a prequel, and then there's the 6 games. They did an RPG, a turn-based RPG called Like a Dragon, and it's kind of like a lighthearted variation on Yakuza. It's so good and enjoyable. Can I get around her? I think I can. Let's try it. She's gonna be up here hitting me with shit. It's limited. I gotta get back here in time. Oh, I already fucked it up. Get out of my face. That wasn't it. I fucked up already. Ah. No, I didn't die. I just gotta get past this part, because if I die, I'm gonna have to do all this again, and then, yeah, I won't be interested in finishing the game tonight. I don't think we're gonna make it anyway, so. Okay. I gotta run from that location down to here, right? I think it's down and left, if I remember right. She's coming from up there like a weirdo. Oh god! She tricked me! Down, okay. So I can go up this way. No, I went the wrong way again. Gosh, dang it. I hate this part of the game. I always get stuck here. We'll get it, guys. I promise. We gotta get it because I ran out of stuff to talk about. Like a Dragon's really good. It's fun. It's amusing. Big Yag. I shouldn't say I'm a big Yag. I played the original Yakuza on the PS2. Didn't care about any of the sequels. I except for I got Kiwami on the PS4 because I hadn't played it for like 15 years or whatever. Keep that with us. I haven't finished. Are you making fun of my stutter?
No.
You just made fun of my stutter. I haven't finished the Song of Life yet. I'm pretty close to the end of that, but Like a Dragon came out and kind of captured my interest. Is this where I go? No. I go down here. It's not down here, is it? Fuck, where did I go? Jeez. I hit that, and then I go down here, right? Let's try it. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. It'll probably take me forever to beat this game now, Like a Dragon, because I just don't. Well, this is creepy. I don't have time, as I already bitched about. Oh god, snakes. It's not a complaint. I'm okay with being busy. I like being busy. A close friend of mine was he just messaged me recently. He's like, dude, it's so cool to see how happy you are with life right now. And I'm like, yeah, dude, life is really good right now. I am happy. I get a little stressed here and there, but man. Okay, now we're ready to go down into the basement. November 14th, 1967. I feel dizzy after... Excuse me, Charlie. I feel dizzy after that shot they gave me. I don't see Mom. Where did they take her? She promised that we would escape together. Did she escape alone and leave me behind? I found Mom. We ate together. I was very happy. But she was a fake, not my real mom. Same face, but different inside. Have to find Mom. Have to give face back to mother. I got Mom's face back. Nobody can have my mom except me. I attached her face to me so she doesn't go any away. Because Mom's sad when I meet her without her face. From inside box in a mommy, maybe true mother there. Stone box hard, it hurts. Still rope in the way. Can't see mother because 4 stones. Aww. See if there's anything else down here. I don't think I can get poisoned by much else at this point, so we don't need that. I could be wrong. I could regret that later. Replace what I used. Alright. Wait, what want to say? I'm gonna take a quick break, guys. We might keep going. I don't know. I think I can finish this game tonight. I'm a little sleepy though. I don't know. I guess we could do one more episode. It's the fun stuff. I don't think the lab takes that long in this though. If my girlfriend calls, I will get off the voicing. I don't really have much else to say, so I guess I could just finish the game and shut the fuck up for a change. Just beat it and jump into 0 next time I do this, next week. Good news, guys. I got a Happy Meal last night, and the first card the card pack I opened from my Happy Meal, I got holographic Pikachu, which is really cool. I'm gonna hold on to that for the rest of my life, and maybe Charlie can sell it for $1 million one day. Is that the stuff with those fucking Happy Meals is so funny to me. I just wanted I wanted the Pikachu box because I'm an idiot and I just want to put it in my kitchen. I thought it was cool looking. And then I was looking it up and I was like, yeah, these people are like scalping these cards and everybody's like flicking their bean to these stupid cards. And them scalping it lowered the cards' value because they're just reprinting them now, you know? Like, it was like, you guys all got a little too excited about this, but whatever. Some dude's got like $100 for this stupid piece of cardboard, and it's glad I saw that. But yeah, I got the holographic Pikachu. It's on my desk. I'm happy. I went to the comic book store today to say hi to my buddy, and Charlie was with me, and he was like, yeah, man, we just went in there. We didn't even care about the Happy Meals. We just bought all the cards from him. We got like 100 packs of cards, and we're just selling them online. And it's just like, he's like, people are so dumb. Like, what are we doing? I was like, yeah, I don't know, man. People get really excited. I was like, I went and bought a Happy Meal. He's like, yeah, you bought a Happy Meal last night. He's like, our dumbasses even went and bought a bunch. I was like, well, you know, it's a good hustle right now. People really want that Pikachu card. It's true. A lot of times, like, you see a rare like card like that, and Pokemon's held up for a long time. I think it's been 25 years now. There's value there, and that's cool. I think I was reading that a card sold at an auction for like 200,000 or 20. It was something fucking crazy. It might not have been 200, but it was a lot of money. Like, these two rich guys got into a pissing contest over it. Yeah, man. I was supposed to go get a sip of soda. I quit smoking, guys. I haven't smoked in almost a month now. No cigarettes. I quit. Cold turkey, too. Feel pretty good about that. Yeah. I don't think I have much else to say. One Punch Man's really good. Charlie and I got the first season of One Punch Man on DVD, and I haven't really been into an anime in a long time, but we were enjoying that. It was fun. We were enjoying that. I don't think I got anything else. Charlie, you got anything else? Ow, you just punched me? Oh, that hurts my feelings. Yeah. Should I bring anything with me? I guess I should bring an herb. I don't normally have to save this much when I'm just playing, but for the sake of any stupid mistakes I make, I don't want to make you guys watch too much over again. Alright. Get the fuck out of that noise. And I will be right back. Alright. No phone calls yet? Let's go for it, guys. Let's do this. Let's beat this fucking game. I'm not playing through Jill's version. It's very similar to this. And on the original Resident Evil, I played through as Jill's. Just because I knew when I finally got around to this, I would do Chris, so... You got all the good lines in the original, though, with, you know, oh, you're almost a Jill sandwich. You're the master of unlocking. Like, they got rid of some of the hookier lines in this one. Resident Evil movies coming out. Sony Pictures wrapped on that. That might come out this year, right? It makes sense for it to come out this year, because we got... Village is coming out in May. I will not be streaming that when it first comes out. I notice there's a lot of Resident Evil streams right now, so I have no hopes of competing with any of these motherfuckers. But I'm gonna just do my own thing. Plus, Resident Evil is such a big deal for me. It's my favorite game series. I'm gonna want to just play that shit on my own, you know. I'm looking forward. I haven't played Resident Evil 7 since it came out. I bought a PS4 just for Resident Evil 7. I beat it and loved it. I don't think I need any ink ribbon right now. Oh fuck! Do I save it again? Let's see if we can do it on our first try. If not, I'll save it when I come back down here. All right, I'm gonna shut up for a second because this is a big scene.
You're a bit of a mess-up. Chris, take a piece of the action.
Oh my god, is he gonna do it? Ah! Okay, we did it. Where did Wesker go? Alright. Well, he's got his, captain stuff to do, so I trust Wesker with my life. Yeah, so that Resident Evil movie, we got Village. Now they're calling it Resident Evil Outrage, I think, but I think it's Resident Evil Revelations 3 might be coming out early this year or late next year. Ooh, I need my emblems, don't I? Alright. Which is pretty fucking cool. I really enjoyed Resident Evil. I like both Revelations. The first Revelations has like the worst boss fight ever in history. Norman is the worst. Which is also a common name I use for a lot of my antagonists is Norman, because it's such a plain, silly name. And then Resident Evil Revelations 2 was fun. It was fine. Like, I was happy to see Barry again, and Claire's in it, and you have Barry's daughter and some other whack job girl who has psychic powers and is evil. But the raid mode on that was like, whoa, this is fun. I don't know why they didn't pursue more stuff. Like, raid mode was just mercenaries, like, amplified for me, And I thought Resident Evil 4 and 5 had great mercenary modes on them. I didn't really get too far into Resident Evil 6's mercenary mode. When Resident Evil 6 came out shortly after Operation Raccoon City, and I really liked that. A lot of people bitch about that game. I thought it was fun. Since it's Resident Evil's 25th anniversary this year, I really feel like they should consider if they're gonna remake anything. Okay. Well, I got a phone call, y'all. I'm gonna keep playing. I love you all very much. We will talk again next week. Bye.